Hi, this is Andrea Schulman from RaiseYourVibrationToday.com. I'm a Law of Attraction educator and coach. Now, have you ever wondered why some people live seemingly extraordinary lives, while others just never seem to get their lives off the ground? And in your own life, have you ever wondered why sometimes you're able to achieve pretty amazing things, almost as if it were by magic? But then other times, no matter how hard you want something, no matter how hard you try, it just doesn't seem to happen for you? Well, the answer to both of these questions has everything to do with the law of attraction. The law of attraction is a universal law that governs how we create all of our reality. And fortunately for you, it's something that you've been using your entire life, and you're actually very good at using. You've used it to create everything that's in your existence, from the way that you look, the color of your hair, the relationships that you have, the love that's in your life, the home that you live in, the car that you drive, the job that you go to every day. All of those you have created into your reality using the law of attraction. Now, in this video, I'm going to go over a couple of things so that you can start using the law of attraction more effectively. That way you can create more of the things that you want, like love, happiness, prosperity, wealth, companionship, health, and less of the things that you don't want, like sadness, isolation, poverty, illness, and injury. The three things that we'll talk about in this video are, we're going to explain what the law of attraction is in detail, how it works, and then finally, I'm going to offer you a few suggestions on how you can start to fine-tune the use of the law of attraction in your life so you can create more of the things that you want and less of the things that you don't. Okay, so let's just dive right into the first point here. And the first thing I want to talk about is just what is the law of attraction. So let's give it a good definition so we can move forward, okay? I've already kind of talked a little bit about what the law of attraction is, but a more detailed way of explaining it would be that the law of attraction is a process whereby your consciousness aligns you with a given reality, okay? Your consciousness, your awareness, your thoughts, okay? Now, a lot of people simplify this, and when you ask people what the law of attraction is, many people will tell you that it means that thoughts create things. So if I imagine something or I visualize something, it can literally be created into being in my actual reality. Now, while this is true, I do think that saying that thoughts create things is a tad bit misleading. It is true, but it's a little bit misleading. So when I explain the law of attraction, the way I explain it is that I say that you get what you expect or you believe. So it's not just enough to think about something. It depends on what you expect about whatever that thought is. So if I want some money and I'm sitting down and I'm visualizing myself on a pile of money, if the feeling that I have along with that thought is one of being expectant that that's going to happen to me, then it's going to happen. However, if I'm visualizing me sitting on a pile of money, but I feel worried or frustrated or I feel like it's just not going to happen for me, I am not going to get the money. And this is an important thing to understand because just thinking a thought isn't enough. There's that other component of your expectation and belief. Okay? All right, so we're going to go with that for our definition, that you get what you expect and or believe. But let's go a little bit deeper. How does the law of attraction work? Now, this is both a simplistic, concept. It's also kind of challenging to understand. So I'm going to do my best to deconstruct this in a way that makes sense. The first thing I'd like you to understand about the law of attraction is that we live in an infinite universe with infinite possibilities. What do I mean by that? Well, you may have heard that the universe is always expanding. It's always getting bigger, okay? That's one way that it's infinite. But another way that it's infinite is that there are an infinite sea of possible outcomes in your life. Okay, so right now you're sitting here listening to this recording, you're wearing a particular outfit, you're sitting perhaps in a particular chair, maybe there's someone in your life nearby, maybe you're in a particular room. There's all these little details that are going on in your reality. But there's another reality where maybe you're not listening to this recording. Everything else is the same, but you're not listening to this recording. There's another reality where maybe you're wearing a different shirt, or maybe you're a different age, or maybe you're a different gender, okay? There's all these different possibilities. And, quite literally, anything that you can think can be created and actually does exist in the sea of infinite possibilities, okay? So you could literally be anywhere, at any time, doing anything with anyone. It's completely plausible because it is part of this infinite sea of reality. So what creates this sea of infinite reality is consciousness, thought, awareness. And a lot of people have explained this, they've called it God or source energy, all that is, a higher power, infinite intelligence. A lot of people have had a way of expressing that there's this one infinite, all-powerful thing that is creating reality. And there is. It's consciousness. But the thing a lot of people don't realize is that you are consciousness. You are a stream of that grand consciousness. You are like one stream of this infinite consciousness having its own set of experiences, okay? So you yourself, through your thought, through your awareness, you are adding to the infinite possibilities of the universe. You are literally creating more possible realities every moment that you think in your life, okay? So you are responsible for everything that's going on, okay, which is kind of cool. Now, something to understand is that you are consciousness and you're made up of something, and that's known as vibrational energy. Now, the best way I can explain this is to say that, if you were to take your body and look at the matter of your body, break it down into its cells, and then into its atoms, into its subatomic parts, and you get to the very basic building blocks of what makes you up, all it is energy. That's all we are. We are energy. And our energy is always moving, okay? Sometimes it moves very fast. Sometimes it moves very slow, okay? It has a particular frequency, okay? Now, the thing about your vibrational energy is that you can actually tell, how it's doing based on there's actually a number of ways to check it, but one of the best ways to check your vibrational energy is through how you feel. When you feel happy, elated, loving, you have a high vibrational energy. When you feel sad, dark, lethargic, feeling low, you have a low vibrational energy. Okay, and so when you're bored, or just doing so-so, you're kind of in the middle. Okay, and so you can always gauge how your energy is doing based on how you feel. And this is a very important part of the process of understanding how the law of attraction works. Okay, now where you happen to be in this cross-section of infinite sea of time and space, okay, this particular reality that you're sitting in right this moment is a direct reflection of your vibrational energy in regard to your thoughts. All of your thoughts, the ones that you're aware of right now and the ones that are going on in the background in your subconscious, okay? When you are thinking again about giving a given thought, when you're thinking a given thought like, hey, I want some money, and you're feeling really good about it, you align yourself with a reality with more money, okay? So it's not just your thoughts. How you feel determines what part of this sea of infinites you actually land on and get to manifest into an actual reality that you can see and hear and smell and, actually experience as a living being, okay? So your vibrational energy is a very important part of the equation. And the thing to remember is that each place in space, this is important, has a particular vibrational energy too. And in order for you to get to it, you must tune in by matching your vibrational energy to the energy of the place that you want to go. It's a matching game, okay? And some people have explained this like television shows or radio stations where maybe I want to listen to 96.5. I have to literally tune the dial to this frequency of 96.5 in order to hear that station. The same is true for all of reality. In order to get to a particular reality, you have to dial yourself into that reality, and you do that through your vibrational energy. Okay, it has to be a particular set of feelings corresponding to a particular set of thoughts. Okay, so it's a lot to think about. okay? Let's give you one more example, okay? I gave the example about getting money, but let's say that you want to attract a relationship, and you want a romantic partner or a soulmate, okay? If you can find a way to think about or visualize a soulmate coming into your life, and you can feel love, excitement, joy, and you can do that for a while to where it becomes kind of the dominant vibration in regards to that thought, the soulmate must manifest into your reality, okay? That's just the way it works. Your vibrational energy is high, and when your vibrational energy is high in regards to a given thought, you are in the process of moving toward that thought. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, now, all right, so this is all well and good, but I do want to give a quick word to the wise about the law of attraction. And so we've talked a little bit about how thoughts become things, but I think it's important to understand that there are a lot of things going on in your reality at any given time. And if you try to control everything, it will drive you nuts. Okay, so if you look around your reality, again, there's lots of stuff going on. Lots of colors, lots of objects, lots of people, lots of sounds. And yes, you have created all of that. But a lot of that's been created through your subconscious. It's just kind of going on in the background. Okay, and you can only focus on one thing at a time. That's just the way we are as human beings. We can't really focus on a variety of different things that are going on simultaneously. So please, please, please don't try to control everything. Don't worry about your thoughts in regards to everything. It will drive you insane. Okay. In fact, I would probably throw the thoughts if I were you, I would probably try and throw the thoughts out the window as much as possible. And this is why. Okay. I think it's a much better plan. It's a much better plan that instead of worrying about your thoughts, that you focus on how you feel. So take the thoughts and throw them out the window and worry more about your vibrational energy. That's the thing I would worry about the most, okay? Now, with your vibrational energy, again, when you feel good, you're in the process of moving towards the things that you want. The thing to realize is that when you're happy and you feel uplifted, you're positively expectant and appreciative about just about everything, okay? So, and I challenge you, the next time you feel really happy, think about what you expect and what you believe. And chances are you're going to notice that you are very optimistic. You have a very positive outlook on anything anybody wants to say to you. Things that usually bother you don't bother you. Things that you're usually worried about, you're like, oh, it's going to be fine. You'll have a very positive outlook just because you have that high vibrational energy. So if you can just feel good as much as possible, you're naturally going to have a positive interaction with any of the thoughts that are going on as they roll through your head and any of those thoughts that are going on in your subconscious that you're not even really aware of. So if you can worry about your feeling, you can start to move towards everything that you want without even having to worry about the thoughts. Okay? Through focusing on positive feelings and emotions, you will naturally land in a reality that elicits more positive feelings and emotions from you. Okay? All right, let's talk a little bit more about how to use the law of attraction because this is really important. I got a few do's. The first one, I've already kind of gone over, do make your happiness your number one priority. That's the most important thing. If you're happy, you have high vibrational energy, and any thought that rolls through your head, you are going to be positively aligned with. That's just the way that it works. Now, if you happen to be sitting in a really dark, depressed kind of state right now, feeling happy is probably going to be too much of a stretch, right? It just feels too far away. When you don't feel happy, it's okay. You don't have to reach for happiness. Reach for relief. Okay, so when you're feeling dark, when you're feeling depressed, when you're feeling down, instead of beating yourself up because you're not happy, don't do that because that'll just push you more in the wrong direction. Instead, make it your goal to cut yourself some slack, let yourself off the hook, and feel as good as you can for the moment. So give yourself a pep talk. You know what? It's going to be okay. I can figure this out another time. You know what? Everyone's got down days once in a while. It's going to be all right. You're going to be okay. Everything's going to work out. Just let it go for now. We'll worry about it later. Okay? Talk yourself as high up as you can. And when you feel like you're in more of a neutral place, then you can start to reach for the happiness. Okay? So happiness should be your number one priority, but it isn't a burden, and you are allowed to feel the way that you feel. Accept where you are, but always be reaching for a little bit more relief so you can climb as high up that vibrational scale as you can. All right. One way that you can go about gaining more happiness in your life, Gratitude is so important. Say please and thank you. Be grateful for the things that are going on in your life. Take some time every day to say a thank you for the things that you appreciate, okay? The more that you focus on the things you appreciate, the more happy you will be able to be about the life that you currently have. And that will help you align with the right vibrational energy to get to the reality of the life that you really want to have. Gratitude is very important, okay? You can also imagine things that feel good to you. A lot of times we spend a lot of our imagining power thinking about things that are worst case scenarios, or these horrible things that might happen. Spend your imagination like you would if you were a child. Imagine these things that are fun and exciting to you. Okay, again, good thoughts, good expectations, feeling happy is the key. So your imagination can be a very good source to you, but again, has to feel good to you when you imagine. Now, finally, I really recommend that you allow yourself to dream big. A lot of people do not dream big. They've kind of pinched themselves off from the dreams that they really want to have. There's no harm in thinking about things that are wildly outside of where you are right now. Okay, in fact, sometimes it's easier to have an exciting dream about something that's so far away you can't even imagine it, rather than worrying about the thing that's pretty close that you're hoping to get. So dream really, really big. It'll keep your focus in the right direction. It will keep you optimistic, and it will be a message to yourself that you believe in your ability to create big things, and that's really important. Okay, I also have a list of don'ts with the law of attraction. Please don't try too hard. When you are trying, you get frustrated. And guess what frustration is? It is a lower vibrational emotion. So if you feel like you're trying, even if you're doing these things that I'm telling you to do and it feels frustrating, stop. Again, the most important thing is feel good. Okay, so when it feels like it's getting away from you, just go back to, what makes me feel good right now? Okay, maybe I want to eat a sandwich or take a nap. Maybe I want to go for a drive. What can I do that makes me feel good right now? And that's all you got to worry about. All right, don't complain. Complaining focuses our energy on the things that we don't like, and it amplifies our negative vibrational energy. Okay, so this can be a very easy thing to eliminate from your life that will have a profound effect. Okay, and then finally, avoid living in the future or in the past. All of your power to create occurs right in this moment, right here, right now. And when you're happy right here, right now, you're in a very powerful creation stance. Okay? Now, if you're thinking about the future or the past and feeling happy about it, then that's all right, if you're having a good memory or something like that. But a lot of times when we live in the future or the past, we're worried or we're experiencing regret. And again, those are lower vibrational emotions that take us away from the things that we want. So try and stay present as much as possible. Okay, so let's wrap up what we talked about here today. Again, remember, we live in an infinite universe and we are adding more to it through the process of our lives. You create everything in your reality through your beliefs and expectations. To create a better reality, follow the path of your happiness as often as possible. Gratitude and living in the present moments are the keys to success when it comes to your happiness. And finally, please avoid trying, complaining, controlling, and living in the past or the future so that you can stay as happy and as elevated in the present moment as possible. I hope you enjoyed this Law of Attraction video tutorial, and that now hopefully you understand a little bit more about the Law of Attraction, how it works, and how you can apply it more deliberately to your life in order to create more of the things that you want and less of the things that you don't. If you'd like some more tips and techniques to help you use the Law of Attraction more effectively, feel free to click the link in my description and you can join my Law of Attraction newsletter. You can also feel free to message or email me if you'd like to learn more about my Law of Attraction coaching services. Thanks so much for watching this video. I wish you all the best and have a great day. Bye-bye.